Welcome back to the Shop Mini RC, everybody. I'm Ken, and today we've got some new Furitek to check out. Is that the new Python? And is that a Cedar? Let's find out. So this is super exciting. So we've got the new Python. This is the regular Python, not the Pro. This is what we're going to be using today. We're going to be putting it on this Olympus. We do have a Pro, but I'm going to be honest, I don't know where it's going yet. We're not sure which rig we're going to put it in. We have some ideas. We need to get this guy installed to be able to demo at Axialfest. We're going to show off the new Python, regular, and the Cedar, and the Olympus Gold Digger chassis. We want people to be able to see it real well, and so I figured this is a good chassis to use as our little demo rig for the new electronics and motor. So the Cedar is available in a couple different configurations. You can get it for the TRX4M. It's got a little bit larger shaft. This guy's for the SCX24. They do come with steel pinions, so that's nice. They're also available with transmissions, both the SCX24 transmission as well as the TRX4M transmission. This one's got the motor mount here, which we actually don't need because we already have one of those on this guy, so we'll set this aside for another build. Now, this motor is pretty nutty, okay, guys? What's really cool about this motor is it's waterproof. It's an in-runner. So it's all sealed, very cool. Downside of being sealed is you can't really take it apart if something happens and work on it. Not that you usually need to do that, but the fact that it's sealed is awesome for people wanting to go mud bogging or run it through water every once in a while. You don't have to make a submarine, but we like to run through puddles, have some fun. Especially the mud bogger guys, though. You can't really run an outrunner through water or through dirt and sand, but this guy will be awesome. Another thing, this is a 12-pole high torque motor. So 12 poles, that's basically the consistency in which the rotor can get power as it's spinning. So this guy's going to have a ridiculous good slow crawl for an in-runner motor. The outrunners, I believe, like the Komodos, those are also 12 poles. So usually you don't see that in an in-runner, that many poles. It's hard to fit that in a tiny, tiny motor. So very, very impressive there. This guy has super thin stator laminations. They're 0.2 millimeter. And then it's also got high RPM ABEC 5 bearings. It's all 6061 T6 billet aluminum for the heatsink can, which is going to help dissipate heat pretty well. Now this guy is a 3456 kV motor, so basically the RPM per volt. And its no load current at 10 volts is 0.7 amps. It's at 120 watts, 2S and 3S capable. And yeah, it's going to be fun. It weighs about 20 grams, so not too heavy. The pinion on this SCX24 one is a 11 tooth steel, hardened steel pinion. So, all right, and now moving on. Now this Python is the Furitek Python, 40 amp, 70 amp burst. This guy is pretty slick. You can set it up for either brushless or brushed. So if you still want to run a brushed motor, you can run a brushed motor with this guy. And it's got that good old FOC technology, the field-oriented control, or some say just field of control, but it's field-oriented control. It's also waterproof, so that pairs up real well with this guy. And this case is a plastic case. This guy has a built-in BEC for 5.5 volts up to the 7.4, and it's a 5 amp BEC, guys. So you're going to be able to run the big old servos and some rear steer and have no issues. It's also super lightweight, and it's got the built-in Bluetooth. Now this one maxes out at 3S. The Pro, however, gets you up to 4S if you want to get crazy with it. You can have some 4S. And it is 1.57 by 0.78 by 59 inches, which if we want to measure out real quick, 39 by 18 and a half. And then we'll just do to the case, not the plugs, to 13, or if you include the plugs, it looks like 15. And you can see the profile there. It's compared to a Lizard Ultimate, here, we got a Lizard Ultimate here. It's just a tad larger, just a tad. Which is unfortunate. Hopefully we can fit this guy in here well. This Lizard Ultimate was in here. I'm hoping it doesn't cause too much of an issue. It is also a little taller. You can see here. Just a little taller. So we'll see. We'll see how this guy fits. It should be okay. We had the Lizard Ultimate sitting flat like this, and this guy will not fit that way, so we're going to have to do it on the side. So we'll end up like so. Ooh, that fits nice in there, right along the line. Oh, that fits perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. Fits right in there. I like it. I like it. I like that the switch is right here on top. One nice thing about the switch is it's an always on if you want. So with the Lizard Ultimate, well, I love the Lizard Ultimate, it's a push button, which means you can't have it always on. So if you mount this guy in some crazy position where you can't really access the on and off button, too bad. But with this, you can just leave it on and have your battery wire run to wherever you need to for your battery and just plug in your battery and you're good to go. It's going to turn on when you plug in your battery. Or you can use a switch if you want. I definitely like a physical switch, or, I mean, if they did this button, having a way to set it in the firmware. I do like these buttons. They feel good. But being able to set it in the firmware to always on so that I don't have to use the button and I can just use the battery as the power, that would be super nice as well. These are nice because they're flush, right? This switch kind of could be bad if we're trying to mount this in a super tight location or something. But again, it's a give and take. It's a balance. So overall, though, I'd prefer the always on potential of the switch. So that's exciting. All right, let's go ahead and get this guy installed. I'm not going to show all that. It's pretty simple. Just make sure you get your mesh good and yeah, make your wires clean.
A few moments later.
She's a beaut. All installed. Got our Python installed. Cedar installed. Good stuff. We got a 3S battery here. This is a Mofo 3S. Go ahead and turn her on. Ooh, buddy. That seems good. We're also going to want to go to the app and make sure we have everything updated, make sure the most recent firmware is up to date. This thing's brand new, so yes, it is, but you're going to want to check for sure, especially if you're seeing this video later. We're going to change our motor type from the Micro Komodo to the Cedar. That'll just help the ESC be more, basically its internal type settings are going to be more appropriate for the Cedar. Seems like we're all good here. We're going to want to change our voltage cutoff. We should always do that. We're going to put it at 3.2. Because remember, if you run a LiPo down below 3 volts per cell, you're asking for trouble. So always set your low voltage. This should come set from the factory. I don't know why they don't. I'm sure there's a reason. We do have forward and backwards is correct, right? Let's see. Forward. Yeah. We got forward. Look at that. That's insane, guys. That's an in-runner motor doing that. Are you kidding me right now? And I haven't even tuned it. I haven't even messed with the app at all. What the heck? And it's on ring and pinion. Imagine if this was on worm gear. It'd be even smooth, even slower. Like, oh my God. What the heck, guys? And then all this wheel speed? Dude, I don't even want to try it on the desk. I'll break something. Anyway, that's nuts, guys. And like I said, we haven't even messed with setting any of our calibration or anything. I always recommend flipping this guy over, just in case when you're calibrating something goes wrong, it doesn't shoot off the desk. But yeah, we haven't set any sort of throttle curve, nothing. Oh, 0 speed. Let's just make sure we're, yeah. Max speed. And then max brake or max reverse. What? Are you seeing that? Wild, man. What if we crank this guy up? I'm just curious here. Look at all that. Now we have a ton of the low end or low speed for the throttle, so we can have a lot more low end throttle control. You can still feel when it flips from FOC to non-FOC, but like, yeah, right there. Interesting. Here. Keep this guy up so you can see it. All right, so now you can see where the throttle is. Oh, right there. See that? It's got some sort of that changeover from FOC to non-FOC. It stalls. Yeah. We'll have to mess with the settings. Let's turn our low speed down here a little bit. Probably because we're maxing it out. Yeah, right there. Just back off though. That's an interesting phenomena. You can see it, and then it just stalls, and then if you back off, you keep going. So again, it's that changeover from non-FOC to FOC, or well, from FOC to non-FOC. May also be in our curve here. We're gonna turn this guy down just a little bit more, just a little bit. Do it 50%. We have a straight linear curve, so it should be a perfect curve there. Well, not even a curve, but yeah, right there, right at like 30%. Interesting. I'm sure there will be some updates along the way. This is a brand new motor, brand new ESC combo, so they're going to get the bugs worked out. I mean, it's, yeah, dude, even with that little stall there, this is just wild. Like, that is the fact, man. And again, with no tuning on the low end, just that you can have that kind of crawl out of a in runner. Like, what the hell? That's impressive. I am impressed. Again, this is not an outrunner, guys. This is a waterproof, sealed in-runner with ridiculous wheel speed. Sick. All right, we got to get this guy packed up. We're going to Axialfest Badlands. We'll try to get some footage while we're out there of it, hopefully. If not, I guess this will be the end of the video. We'll find out.
That's freaking insane. Oh, rolled over a rock. Oh, you stopped it. There we go. Still nuts. 3, 2.
That was no joke, little jump there. Holy hell.
What do you got in that damn thing?
Prototype cedar motor. It's from the Furitek Cedar motor. Yeah, it's nothing, and it's got look at the slow crawl.
It's like equivalent to a twin turbo 5.3 LS.
Yeah, but it's got the slow. Good luck doing that with an in-runner on any other in-runner.
Yeah.
Most in-runners can't go that slow. So we'll see. It's 12 poles. 12 pole in-runner. Set. So we're back from Badlands. We're all cleaned up. This guy got cleaned up. It still looks dirty, but I sprayed it off. Well, not sprayed it off. I air hosed it off with some compressed air and tried to clean it up a little bit. But man, this thing's a beast. Like it's nuts. Like nuts. Monster truck motor all the way. Or crawler, I guess. I mean, you saw how good the slow crawl is. It's just insane. The amount of throttle control. When I was out there running it, kind of rock bouncing it, that little pause didn't seem to affect me too much at all. And like I said, hopefully they'll work an update and get that even a little more smooth. So I'm not really worried about that one bit. Got tons and tons of comments. Like it was probably the most, other than the 8x8, by 8x2. This was the most commented on rig out there, especially if we were showing it. Other people would start to gather around and be like, what is that? Like, no joke. In the booth, we'd be showing somebody and people would start to come look and they're like, that is nuts, like a little baby rift. So yeah, at the end there, we had to do some circles around the big rifts. Anyway, guys, definitely excited for this motor. Definitely check it out. We'll put links down in the description below. And yeah, you'll be able to snag one of these up and get one of these little Pythons or Python Pros. Fantastic combination. And now remember, even with the Python Pro that's 4S, there's not really a motor that's 4S capable yet. And I don't really want to risk this guy. Maybe later we'll try to run 4S through it. I don't have any tiny 4S batteries, so it'll probably be a while. But it is 4S capable, so future-proof for when there is a 4S on the Pro. Remember, this guy is 2S and 3S. Anyway, guys, awesome rig, awesome little truck, such a fun little bouncer, for real. And yeah, we didn't break anything, and we beat the heck out of it. We beat the snot out of this guy. Remember, this is the Gold Digger. They also have the Hyarama, which is a monster truck build with double shocks and an open diff. This is probably handled a little better, at least when we were ripping it around like that in the dirt and trying to take fast corners with open diff, so it would handle a lot better. This guy's more meant for crawling, at least the diff situation is. But I mean, I don't care. It was fun. It was fun for sure. So definitely check out the Gold Digger and Hyarama as well if you're interested in this chassis and a ready to run format. We added the wheels and tires. These are not the best crawler tires. They're SCX24 Butcher tires and wheels. So they're 1.3s. Not the best for crawling. We had some trouble with getting up some of those slicker hills, but definitely fun for ripping. For sure. Get out there, build something awesome, guys. Build a car, build a course, build a community, and then smash it, crash it, and bash it, but don't break the expensive parts. Oh, wait. Like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. Let's go!